Good morning, my little potato chips. Sorry, that'll stop moving in a minute. Wee Paddy from across the shock. And another wee video today. I'm doing lots of videos and I'm enjoying every one of them. And I've even been doing a wee bit of research today because I have time down the caravan to do that sort of thing. So, what I'm going to talk about today, you've seen the title. This is Victorinox versus Delamont or something like that. So, Victorinox, let's talk about them. I've just started collecting Victorinox, as you know. And I love all the multi-layered ones, but I do love pen knives and I have a collection of pen knives on their own. So I've obviously, I obviously wanted to get as many of the Victorinox pen knives that I get. And I've got this one and I've got the red scaled ones. Love them. Absolutely love it. I love the single bladed ones. And I know they're not officially a pen knife, but to me, I just call them pen knives. But on researching these, I found out there was another company that made the Swiss Army knife equivalent, which was Delamont. And I'm going to tell you just a wee quick story. Look, if I get any of this wrong, just correct me in the comments. I'm quite happy with that. So let's start with Victorinox. Victorinox in 1890, they weren't called Victorinox then, but it was the Karl Elstner company. And they won the contract to build the Swiss Army knife. And they bought it off a German company. They won the contract over a German company who had made them beforehand. So this was the start of Victorinox. They were later to change their names to Victorinox. Not sure when, but I'll get to that eventually in my research. So in 1891, the first soldier's knife was made. Now, I would like to get one of them. They'd be worth a couple of quid, I would say. So it was made then. But in 1893, Wenger, which is Wenger, Delamont, Wenger started making their knives. And, as far as I can tell, much in the same mold, they were the competition to Victorinox. And they went on until 2014. So they were making very similar knives, different maybe blade shapes, different tools, different way they made them, and the changeover of tools at different times. So they've always been a competition, but in 2014, Victorinox bought them over, so they no longer existed. And now I'm not sure if Victorinox still make the Delamont brand, if it's just been taken over and they've stopped making them and it's just solely Victorinox. Again, if somebody knows that, let me know in the difference. But anyhow, long-winded way to say I love this little pen knife. It is just your typical thin little pen knife that's got decent blades, which do me most of my day. On here it says Victorinox Switzerland Stainless Ross Fry, and that's it. It's the only marking on the knife. The other blades don't have it. I'm going to show that to you if you want to see it. There we go. I hope that's clear enough. But anyhow, it's a little pen knife. Lovely snap. Really lovely knife. And my friend Dan, who's mostly on Instagram now, I'll put his Instagram channel just to go and have a look. He's really, really busy at the minute. And I mean ultra busy. He's got about 3 jobs going at the minute. So if he doesn't get back immediately, don't worry. He'll get back to you eventually. But just keep trying. So he got me this one. And he got me the other red one as well. I got a red one off him too. Then I seen, as I've been watching an awful lot of Swiss Army knives from a lot of different people. And I'll actually put a couple of the channels I watch down below in the description for Victorinox. I'll put their names of their channels down. You can just go to them. They're great. I love channels that are just friendly, and they're just friendly fellas, really, and answer all your requests that you ask them. So that's lovely. So I'd find out there was a Wenger, and I wanted a Wenger. As my wife's always said, I wanted a Wenger. So, well, I got one. I got this one, and Dan managed to track this down for me in America and had it sent over with a batch of knives that he bought. And this is in a beautiful condition. Now, I've no idea how old it is. I've literally just got it in now. It is a beautiful little penknife. Same sort. I'll show the difference in blades, and because you can see the difference in their blades. So, here we go. There's the Wenger, and there's the Victorinox. Now, there is a slight difference in their blades. It's a bit more of a steep belly here, where it's a bit of a longer belly on the Victorinox. Now, on this one, on this side, it has... Now, it's not an umbrella, it's a bow and arrow. I just found out last week. It's, oh, I want to know whether I'm getting you focused there. Let me just get in. There you go. It says Wenger Delimant Switzerland stainless on it and nothing on the other side. So, very similar, but just a slightly different. Now, this blade, the little pen blade, is a clip point. Now, I don't know whether this gives the age away or this is just a modern version of it, but apparently you can tell the difference is when this went from a clip point to a pen blade on their multi-layered knives. So I don't know whether that gives an age away for this little knife. I know it's absolutely brand new. It's literally never been used, not brand new, but never been used. But I don't know, and I would love to know a date for it. I haven't got any Victorinox boxes. I'm just going on the internet and having looks on there. But if anybody knows what sort of age this would run between, please let me know. And I've got a couple of people who I'm sure will put me right. So I am over the moon to have that because it's something unusual. And when you're collecting, you know, like lots of people collect all their different makes, their Stockmans and their Trappers. I like pen knives. That's my collection because these are so usable. I can use these and I'm not worried. They're not over expensive to buy. So anybody can have them. And it's a joy for me just to have them, you know, and use them. You know, I want to use them. I carry these more unusual and good looking ones in little slips. These are great little slips that Victorinox make. That's a little Excelsior one. They're just wee slim. I don't know, they're probably leatherette with little red leather. It's not leatherette, it's just plastic on the inside. But they're great for carrying your knives in. And these I just love. So I'm going to give you a rough idea on the pen size. I'll do the cutting edge. I don't like doing the full blade. The cutting edge is just over 2 inches on the Victorinox and literally 2 inches exactly on the Wenger. So there is a little bit of a difference. And the Wenger, it seems to have, let me see the handles. I'll put the handles up here. No, they seem about the same, about 3 3/8. So, beautiful little knives. So slim. So easy to throw in your pocket. I don't know if there's any weight difference. I haven't got my scales out, but they're feather light. I would say if they're an ounce to it, you know, that'll be lucky. So there you go. That is the start of my fancier penknife collection with Victorinox and Wenger, because I've also got another Wenger knife, which I'll do in the next video, and I'll hopefully compare it. I don't know whether I have a comparison, but we'll do that. I've got another Wenger that Dan got for me. After this, he said, Dan, can you get me another one? He sent me straight back. He'd had one in from America, so I got that from him. And he sells them at stupidly good prices. He really is just fantastic. So there you go. That's my new Victorinox. This is my new paddy that I'm going to have. I'm going to gain this knowledge and become a proper Victorinox snob. Look, it's been lovely talking to you. I hope that was of interest. Look, I'm not up to speed on Victorinox, but here's the last little tidbit. This is the before I go moment. I just found out how many knives Victorinox make in one day. And if you're not in the know, this will astound you. They make on average about 45,000 knives per day. Tell me the last time you had a bad fit and finish experience with a Victorinox. And that's all I'm going to say. And they're multi-bladed, which are harder to make. And they sell to 120 countries around the world. I just think that is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And Victorinox disappeared off into, and I really would love to get a Victorinox watch, but I think they're quite expensive. In 1989, they started doing the watches. And I will eventually, I'll try and get one of their basic watches, because I don't wear a watch a whole lot, but I would like to get a Victorinox one now that I'm into the gang. Take care, everybody. Paddy's away for a wee cup of tea. Bye now.